even democratic, some said. Others called it riotous and disorderly and disturbing that our citizens could act like that. They saw a pack of rebels who had disobeyed the law, destroyed private property, and threatened anyone who stood in their way. So the colony was split. It wasn't a big favor of this act. It was split, but it was part of the learning process. 18th century Boston was a town where crowd action was not uncommon, like I said, and from time to time, the townspeople did other things that would horrify us today. You ever pull down the house of a political opponent? Well, they thought that was okay. You ever brawl with the British soldiers that are occupying your town? That was pretty common. And they even tarred and feathered civilians and in many other ways asserted their power, asserted their personal authority. In this climate, the tea consignees and the senior customs officials had fear for their lives, to such a degree that they fled to Castle Island offshore. I had the map out there earlier showing where Castle Island is in the Boston Harbor. It was the only place the British could guarantee your safety. So if you supported the crowd, more and more people were going out to Castle Island. So by December 16, 1773, Bostonians had topped it all off with the invasion and destruction of private property as part of their political protest. The kind of political movements that gave rise to this Tea Party protest and the revolution seems both exciting and it seems extreme. It kind of has this double-edged sword, asserting their rights. Oh, wonderful. Destroying other people's property, not so good, right? So they were stuck. They were stuck in how to think about this. Well, throughout history, and today too, the Boston Tea Party continues to give us those mixed signals. Good thing, bad thing? I don't know. It became a formative expression, though, of liberty, of independence, and of civil disobedience, representing the finest human tradition of nonviolent resistance to tyranny. The Tea Party was sublime, in John Adams's words, because it was a rejection of arbitrary rule. You can't just come in and change the rules of the game. You're going to pay. Right? That's what it really stands for. The Tea Party is also stirring in its radical potential for mobilizing people from all walks of life. Most people can't imagine themselves in knee breeches. Maybe I can. But most people can't imagine themselves in knee breeches signing the Declaration of Independence. That seems kind of strange to most of us. But most people can easily imagine destroying the East India Company's tea. When you're so mad at that store that sold you a bum toaster and they won't fix it for you, right? Don't you wish you could? I won't get anyone. I don't want anyone to commit to that. But at the same time, the Boston Tea Party is also downright frightening, in that it seems to justify the bullying nullification of any law that an outspoken group dislikes, whether it's slavery or damage to the environment or racial discrimination or court-ordered busing or taxation of any sort, or maybe illegal immigration would fall into those groups too. But the Tea Party opens up Pandora's box. And you know the story of Pandora's box. Be careful if you open it, because then you can't close it, and you don't know what's going to come out of it. That's what the Boston Tea Party really was. And of course, when they opened Pandora's box, out came chaos, but also hope. Hope that they could build a better future. And that's a good thing. In this way, it exemplifies an ongoing struggle in America between law and order and democratic protest. Right? We always have that tension in our society. And Americans enshrine their traditions of democratic protest, but they also profess to respect law and order And our regard for the Boston Tea Party stands in the forefront of both these values. It's a symbol for both of them. The Boston Tea Party remains an important historical event, not just because it brought out these dramatic changes in its time, but because it still resonates with us today. It still has meaning.